In this video, I'm going to give you 3 Etsy niches that are currently underserved and undersaturated. These are niches that are only going to be ramping up in the next few months, so they are perfect opportunities for you to target this weekend while you are working on your print-on-demand business. By the end of this video, you are going to know why these niches work, why now is the best time to create for them, and what I would personally do to approach each of them, what products I would sell, and how I would strategize to create products that are going to sell. If you are new to my channel, hello, my name is Taylor. I sell print-on-demand products on Etsy and have been doing so for the last 3 years. Of course, anybody on the internet can say that, so I also like to try to give as much social proof as possible. I have 2 print-on-demand shops on Etsy right now. This is what one of my shops has done so far year to date. I've done almost $50,000 in print-on-demand revenue. And then this is my other shop. It has done a little over 27,000 since January to today as I'm filming this in February. Now, quick note before we dive in, anything that I am sharing in this video, it is purely for inspiration. Something that I do not encourage on this channel is copycat culture. So anything that I'm sharing, ideas that I'm sharing, no copying. Let's get into it. I am going to go ahead and pull up EverBee so you can see exactly why these niches are worth paying attention to, as well as the revenue and just what's working currently in them. Opportunity number 1 is groomsmen asking gifts. Now, EverBee is the Chrome extension that I use to do research and validate niches directly on Etsy. This specific keyword, say that 10 times fast, this specific keyword, groomsmen asking gifts, currently has about 288 monthly searches. But from my research, I can tell you that this actually starts to increase as we get closer to the springtime. We're looking at March, April, May being a huge spike for this keyword. Let's actually make this a little bit bigger and let's make me a little bit smaller. So because this niche is so specific, it is one that it's not very well served. There are listings, of course, in it. It's a successful niche, but it's also specific enough that there's still ample opportunity within it. Let me show you exactly what I mean. If we scroll through some of these results, we can see down below, this is with the EverBee Chrome extension, a little bit about each of these listings. Something that you'll notice in this niche, there are products that can be done with print on demand, and then there are products that cannot be. Don't let that discourage you. There's ample opportunity with print on demand products. I'm going to say some of the ones that I would recommend here in just a second, but it's good to just take a little peek at how these listings are performing right now. Another thing that I want to note with this specific keyword, and also the 2 other keywords that I'm going to share, is that they are related to gifts. I love keywords like this because oftentimes they can be applied to many different product types. I think it's very important to take a gander, take a little bit of a look at the different product types, and don't get discouraged if you're seeing product types that you can't do with print on demand. Instead, I want you to look at these products with your research cap on and think about what is it that is making this product sell. There's a bunch of different product types, so it's not necessarily the exact product type, but more so the messaging of the product type. So some common themes that I'm noticing is that a lot of the listings that are successful are personalized, have a custom component to it. That is definitely something that seems to be a main attribute. And I would want to make sure I'm extracting that and keeping that in mind if this is a keyword that I want to pursue. Thinking along the line of print on demand products, the product types that I would offer in this keyword are things like custom mugs, can koozies, or not can koozies, I'm sorry, can coolers, which are koozies. Koozies is a trademarked term. You cannot call them koozies, but they are called can coolers. They look like this. Another product type that I would consider for this niche are beer, whiskey glasses. I think those would all be fantastic things to pursue. They feel masculine, they feel manly, and I think they would fit very well into this specific niche. All right, niche number 2, back up to the search bar. The niche is first Mother's Day gifts. This is a fantastic way if you have been thinking about the fact that Mother's Day is coming up, which if you are selling print on demand products on Etsy, I encourage you to be always thinking ahead. I know it is February. I know it sounds crazy to say that Mother's Day is right around the corner, but when it comes to selling products online, it absolutely is. I often compare it to when you go to your local Target and it's August, but they already have the Halloween stuff out, right? There is timeliness that needs to be considered when you are looking to pursue something that has a specific time frame like Mother's Day. Now, this is a great opportunity because not only is it specific in that it is not just Mother's Day gifts, it is specifically for first Mother's Day gifts. And you can even see where it gets even more specific in the women that you are looking to gift. So, first Mother's Day gifts in general for her, for mom, for girls, for daughter, for women, for parents. And then, of course, just the more broad first Mother's Day gifts. This, of course, is the keyword that I found because of its high search volume. And again, because it is more specific, like the last niche that we took a look at, this is going to be a better opportunity that isn't as highly served as just the big, broad Mother's Day gifts. Just to get a quick big picture of what is working in this niche, I'm actually going to go over to product analytics and I'm going to just filter by total sales. So this is going to take into consideration listings that have been on Etsy for quite some time. Take a look at what has worked for those so that you can bring it into your own unique concept that's going to be new to the space. Things that I would avoid here are basic, generic, commonly overdone phrases. Mama, established 2026. Mama to be, or Deborah's mama. All of those are, you'll see them. You will see those things on specific listings. They are generic, they are broad, they have been done too many times to count, and simply changing the font and saying the same thing is not enough to be unique. Sorry for the tough love, but it needs to be said. We want to make sure that we are creating something that adds value, that brings something new to the space. Otherwise, while it's an underserved opportunity, that doesn't mean that we get to be lazy with it. We still need to be clever and bring something new. Taking a look at the specific types of products that are working here, I'm going to just move my big fat head over here. We can see there are apparel items, sweatshirts, looks like a custom print. This is actually like a little storybook. That's very cute. Custom print here, custom photo frame, a mug. There's the good old classic, so-and-so's mama. Please do not do that. Think of something new. Candle, that's a good one. Lots of different product types. And what's good about a lot of the product types that I'm seeing here is there's very much proof that you can create print on demand products that are going to be successful in this niche. Now, even though this is a niche that really doesn't hit its spike until a few months from now, if this is something that you want to dive into, then you are going to want to start creating for it sooner rather than later. If we look at just some history, I'm going to go now, in this specific listing, this is something that you can do with every listing in EverBee, and it's really helpful for me to get an understanding of the sales time frame of a specific niche, like selling for Mother's Day. What I like to do is I'll do all time. Of course, depending on a listing's age, you're only going to be able to see the lifespan of that listing. This is a listing that it looks like it was first listed in April of 2023, so it's coming up on 3 years listed on Etsy. And what's interesting is it actually started to see sales in June of 2023. So that is right in line with what I have found, that most listings, especially when you're just starting out, your listings don't generally see traction immediately. If you're in that boat, don't get discouraged. This is what is common. But they started to see sales about 2 months after listing, 40 sales in June, almost 400 sales in July, 888 angel numbers for August, and then looks like it was pretty consistent. Had a little dip in November, jumped up in December. Makes sense with the holidays. This is honestly a niche that has a lot of shelf life to it in the sense that it's going to see sales volume for the typical April to May timeframe because it's geared towards Mother's Day. But this isn't something that only can sell for Mother's Day. And it can make a really great gift at any other time of the year, for mom's birthday, for Christmas, for the holidays. If we look at another listing, we'll see if we can see something a little bit different. So let's go I'm going to filter by listing age so that I can look at a little bit older of listings that have been successful. So this listing's 129 months old. I don't even know how many years that would be. That's like the joke where people talk about how old their baby is and they're like, "Oh, my baby is 536 months old." So if we look at the graph here, let's just go to all time and see if we notice any patterns. Interesting. Okay, so they listed for the very first time in 2015. Looks like they got some sales in May, July. It really started to peak that following year. Came up to its peak in April here and then drops back down. Holidays, it peaks back up around April the following year. The pattern seems to be springtime, Christmas time. That is when this listing is seeing the most sales. I always like to know that because it's very helpful to be ahead of what that spike may be. So if something like first Mother's Day gifts are going to see the highest search volume in April and May, I want to make sure that I'm creating my listing at least 60 days out. So ideally, right now, today, or this weekend, in the next week or so is going to be the best opportunities. I just have always found that the listings that I wait until the last minute always seem to miss the mark and just never really seem to perform with how I hope that they would. I am using EverBee to show all of this data. As I mentioned earlier, it's a Chrome extension. It's what I use directly on Etsy to validate any keywords that I'm pursuing, understand when people are actually buying those products, and make sure that it's a good opportunity to tap into. I do have an affiliate link with EverBee. You do not have to use my link. You can certainly go sign up on your own. But I will say the link that I do have is a discount link. So I have a link that you can get 50% off your first 2 months if you use that link, and then I get a tiny little commission if you do. No pressure at all to use my link, but I just wanted to let you know because if you don't have EverBee and it's something that you've been wanting to try or something that you want to get, you can get a discount using my link that's in the description box below. All right, now last keyword opportunity. We are going back to the search bar. This one, very, very similar, feels very on theme to the last one. And it is, oh, not FIRDs. It is first time grandma gifts. So just like somebody's first Mother's Day, there's also the first time grandmamas that are out there. Right now, we can see that this has a little over 340 monthly searches, and there's some other keyword ideas that populate below. So from grandkids, personalized for birthday, ideas from grandchild, we have tumblers, apparel, mugs. Now you already know what I'm going to say here, if you haven't skipped through of parts of this video, but phrases like this, yes, this is a bestseller. Yes, this is working. But if you were to just mirror exactly what this is already doing, you are not going to see the results that you want. So don't get your inspiration for the design that you create from looking at listings in the niche. I don't do my design research in any of the niches that I actually sell in. I do my design research elsewhere. But what I do research in the niche for is to validate and understand what time frame that the products are selling for that niche. So please don't do basic things like this. This would be such a cute print on demand product. More apparel, jewelry, tote bags, more apparel, another tote bag, more apparel, a mug, very cute. So really what I would do, because this niche is very similar to the last, I kind of want to lump together how I would approach both of them, even though they are different keyword opportunities. I think that the approach with them would be very similar. First thing being, do not do anything basic with what your product says. As far as what I would sell in both the grandma and first time Mother's Day gift niche, I would think of apparel, tote bags, candles, mugs. People are always going to be looking for gifts all year long. So 10 out of 10. A great thing about the keywords that utilize the word gift is one, they are going to be able to be applied to many different product types. And two, they often have a lot longer of a selling time frame. You can see that in EverBee with looking at the search trend, but they last a lot longer throughout the year, which means your sales are going to be a lot more consistent if you factor in keywords that have gift within the language of them. Here are just some examples. This is from my trend report from last month. For example, if you look here at police academy graduation gifts, very low competition, high search volume, and it really has a pretty consistent search volume. It has a couple little dips, but for the most part, it's pretty consistent. Here's another 6-month anniversary gifts. Getting super specific, this is where you're going to find these really good opportunities that aren't super competitive, as opposed to if you were to just look up the word anniversary gifts. That is going to be much more competitive. So, getting a little bit more nitty gritty with it, such as 6-month or maybe 1 year anniversary, very similar. It has a lot of different times of the year that people are actively searching for it. I know that this was just a small sampling of some upcoming opportunities, but if you want to learn how to find more opportunities like this, high search volume, low competition keywords that are underserved and still bringing in tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars per month, then you are going to want to check out this video next.